if I'm in a mood of learning vocabulary today, some new vocabularies, I'll ask ChatGPT to provide me some functional vocabularies, like practical vocabularies that I can use in my everyday life. Okay, so ChatGPT provides me with that. And if I don't like, then I again prompt ChatGPT to provide me some other vocabularies, and then I work towards it. I look for synonyms, I look for antonyms, and I go in go deep into it. This question that how to frame sentences, like they
Yes.
sometimes struggle with sentence formation. So I would say the easiest method is to take any sentence and notice the sentence pattern they have used there, and try to make as many sentences as you can with the same sentence pattern, right? For example, there is a sentence pattern called consider me, and plus you can form your sentence further, like consider me your friend, right? In the same
Yeah.
way, consider me uh, your mentor, or consider me your parent only, right? So this way you
Mhm.
can frame as many sentences as you can. Take.
Ma'am, good morning.
Hello, Dipali. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much for asking. So, we are meeting for the first time. Can you please tell me about yourself?
Sure, sure. My name, as you already know, Sunita Rawat, and I come from a beautiful village in Chamoli, Uttarakhand. I am mother to two boys. Along with that, I run a YouTube channel named Sunitasenglishadventure, wherein I meet people like you. I practice English with co-learners. I'm fond of interacting with people, and I'm into teaching as well. So I teach spoken English to beginners. And that's a bit about me, yes. If you have any questions, then you can surely ask.
Yeah. So, ma'am, do you want I introduce myself as well?
Sure, sure, please.
Yeah, I'm Dipali, and I'm also from village. I live in Amravati, but in small village. And my father is a farmer and a farmer's daughter.
Wonderful. That's a very proud thing that you are from a farmer background, right? So,
And I also teach online. I have trained more than 50 students, and I have also worked in NGOs and where I used to teach free for free.
hmm, that's wonderful. Wonderful to
Yeah.
know about you. You are also from a village, so that's quite a similar connection between us. And you are from a farmer background, so that's a proud thing. And we are really proud of the farmers of India. And you are
Yeah.
their daughter, so that's wonderful. So, are you
Yes.
also into farming? Do you help your parents in farming?
No, like my
Mm-hmm.
parents and like neighbors are there. They help
Mm-hmm.
us.
Mm-hmm.
To grow seeds, and we work together.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. And what subject do you teach?
English, spoken
English,
English.
right?
I also learn, and along with I also teach. I
Mm-hmm.
always believe that if you are teaching someone, definitely you research on it. So how can you speak with people, and also grammar as well. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
using my experiences, and I'm also learning, and I'm also teaching them.
That's wonderful. We all are learners. Despite our teaching, we all are learning day by day with our students. So that's a wonderful job.
Yeah.
So you've taught around how many students till now?
More than 50. I did
More
not
than
count, but
50.
yeah, more than
Mm-hmm.
50, I must say. It was
Mm.
also group sessions as well, and I used to teach online to the NGO. So I was
Mm-hmm.
teaching there, and I had some students from West Bengal that time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very nice. You're giving back to the society as well, totally for free. That's a wonderful job. That means you're a very kind-hearted person.
Yeah, so ma'am, I want to know that how much grammar is important in spoken English. Actually, we
Mm-hmm.
always think that speaking is important and we
Mm-hmm.
forget about grammar.
Mm-hmm.
And some people are there, they actually don't want to focus on grammar. So, do you have any suggestions to them? And can you please tell me why grammar is important?
Mm-hmm. That's a very interesting question, and I would have a practical mindset regarding grammar, because first it depends what is your goal of learning English. If your goal is to crack any government exam, then you must have to sit and do grammar exercises, work on your grammar perfectly, then only you can crack your government exams, right? So this is one of the goals. Another goal could be like just speaking English in day-to-day conversation, right? So in that case, you don't need to cram all the grammar rules and everything. You can just and learn grammar by just immersing yourself into English language, maybe watching, listening, reading, and all that. So from there only you'll get all the grammar patterns and you can incorporate that into your speaking. And some basic grammar concept would be required, like tenses, because if you'll use some incorrect tenses here and there, and then it would completely change the meaning of your sentence, right? If you'll use past tense in present, then the listener would not be able to follow you. So some knowledge of tenses would be required, and then articles and prepositions, or whatever you can. Like slowly and gradually, you can learn concepts from here and there, whatever you are interested in, and whatever you feel you want to improve on, right? But there is no need to sit for doing exercising and all. Another goal, if you want to be a trainer in English, then also you'll need to have a vast knowledge of English. So grammar would fall in that. So grammar knowledge is also very important. So it totally depends on your goal and your approach towards it.
Ma'am, you have beautifully mentioned each and every aspect of grammar, that how much grammar is important, especially for spoken English learners. And if you are preparing for any government exam, or you are preparing your grammar for your academic exam, so definitely you need to focus on grammar. Because in academics, they do not give importance to spoken English. You need to write, you need to get marks, you need to score good in your exams. And
Right, right.
it then happened with me as well. I was good in grammar when I was a child and that time. But when I started speaking with myself, then I always found it difficult to speak grammatical English. So I
Mm-hmm.
thought I was speaking wrong English, and because I no one there who correct me that time,
Mm-hmm.
and I was
Right.
like, "That is not important. It happens with
Mm-hmm.
lots of people as well if you are
Hmm.
a beginner."
Hmm.
So I
But if
was,
you'll but if
yeah,
you'll try to focus sometime on grammar as well, then you'll feel confident in yourself that yes, I've made some correct sentences. You feel
yes,
confident.
yeah.
Mm.
So then after practicing speaking with people, I get to know that no, it is why you are saying that grammar is not important. Without grammar, there is no language.
It's the
So we have to,
foundation. Mm.
yeah. So, ma'am, can you please tell me how did you start your journey? Because you are also living in a village and you are speaking amazing English. I have seen your videos. People are getting help from your videos and they always want to connect with you. I also mail you for that, right? So, can you please tell
Right.
me how did you start your journey?
Sure. I would love to share my journey here. And my journey has been, I would say, quite miraculous because I've never realized that what I am doing, like it never felt like a chore to me. I always enjoyed learning English. So my journey started not a long back, but 2 months ago, 2 or 3 months, I would say, when I was really struggling with my kids, family, and my passion, and wanted to do something like from my own. And that was the time, like 2 months ago, I thought, like out of the blue, without, I mean, from nowhere, I had this thought in my mind that now I have to do something. I tried many things before, like I tried businesses, but I was not able to make it because of the responsibilities. But then I thought I have to have a practical approach towards it, whatever I want to do in my life. So, practical approach would be like choosing something that I can do with my family responsibilities and kids, because kids are always top priority. I cannot neglect them or cut corners in, considering them. That that clicked my mind that yes, I can do something in English and I can teach people. So, I thought of doing that, and in that direction I started working upon it, like reading. I tried reading, although it's not my forte, but I tried reading. I got many books. I try to read whenever I feel like. And then watching, I was not into watching earlier, but now I intentionally watch like TV shows and movies in English, everything in English, like podcast and all that. So this is how I started my journey. When I started my journey on YouTube, I tried connecting with as many people as I could, and from there I improved on my English. So that was
Wow,
my journey.
it's a beautiful that you have started only 2 months ago and you are
Hmm.
speaking fluent and effortlessly. So, and you don't even have a background, that environment. You are living in a village,
Hmm.
so I can understand, I can familiar with you as well because I know that even you want to speak with anyone, even you want like a beginner level partner, you do not get that partner. Even you are
Hmm.
trying to talk with them, they will not listen to you. It is.
But it's good that we have, many apps available these days. So you can practice with many people out there. There are many people joined in on those apps, right? So we
Yeah.
have like facilities now.
Yeah, but if
Hmm.
you know that there are the applications, and if you do not know that these kind of applications are there where you can connect with real people and you can have a real time conversation, and
Hmm.
those do not know this, so they do like mirror practice. I have done
Hmm.
this earlier. I did not know all these applications are available that the
Hmm.
way you can practice your English. So that time I used to practice alone. I used to
Hmm.
practice in front of mirror, and also I used to record myself in front of
Hmm.
that camera, and
Hmm.
then that is how I try to give my best and try to build my confidence.
Whatever small steps you are taking, that would definitely help you in some or the other way. It will add
Yeah.
on to your confidence, add on to your vocabulary, speaking. So every small steps matter.
Ma'am, actually, you are a housewife and you are also learning this language. You are teaching. Uh, you are doing the great thing, and you are creating opportunities to others by creating this platform. They can connect with you easily. It is big stacks you are doing, and because you are not an like unmarried, you are a married person, so it is not easy task, right? Handling family and also doing this work and also working on our communication. You are doing fantastic job.
Thank you so much. I know it's very difficult, but when you have passion, it feels really easy to, take some time out of your busy schedule. It feels easy. You keep everything aside and work on your passion. That can be
Yeah.
done later.
As I know that you have completed
Hmm.
your MBA, right?
Yes,
So where did you
MBA.
complete your MBA? From local college or some
Hmm.
ANIT or IIT?
I've completed my MBA from, it was a mediocre college, I would say, not a very renowned or not at a very low level. I completed my MBA from ITM University, Gwalior, Madhya
Wow.
Pradesh.
So do you like traveling? Because you told me that
Hmm.
you were in different places for your
Hmm.
education purpose because your father was he was in army, right?
Hmm. Right. Although I love traveling, but I love traveling. I'll, we'll plan sometime later, maybe.
Have you ever been to
Hmm.
Maharashtra?
Never, never.
So
So, what's
I
famous in Maharashtra?
Maharashtra, my village, because I
Hmm.
live here.
Uh-huh.
And lots of things are very popular at my place, especially
Hmm.
Shegaon, Ajanta
Hmm.
Vedula Caves. It is in Aurangabad, Shani
Hmm.
Shingnapur. It is in Ahmednagar, and
Hmm.
many more pilgrimage.
Hmm.
So, do you know Rukmini Haran?
No.
Kaundanyapuram. It is in
Rukmani
Amravati.
Haran. Okay. I have no idea about it, but I'll search it on internet maybe.
They ran away from home, so that place is in Amravati. And it is too much
Hmm.
cool. It's like that you are using AC there.
Hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll search about it. It seems interesting.
Amravati temple, it is
Hmm.
in Amravati as well. It is also popular at my state.
Hmm. Okay, surely, surely I'll look for it.
Yes. So what do you like to have? Like, what is your favorite food as well? I do you want to tell
Hmm.
me which favorite food that you like to have?
So I'm not very foodie, but whatever tasty things you'll keep in front of me, I would love to have that. I love tasting new varieties of food, but I'm not very fond of eating, but yes, a little taste of everything I love to
So do
have.
you know cooking as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know cooking?
Yes, I have to because now it is my responsibility to cook, so I
Yeah.
have no other way to escape, so I have to cook.
Yeah.
I
So do you live in a
sometimes
joint family, ma'am, or in a nuclear family?
I live in a joint family. We are 8 members.
Uh,
Mm.
It is amazing, right? I also like joint family lots, but we are living in a nuclear family right now. But earlier, I used to live in a joint family.
Yes, it has
Yeah.
its own advantage, right?
Yes. So can you,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am, please tell me why we should live in a joint family?
Mm-hmm. I would say that it has many benefits when you live in a joint family. A nuclear family is like just 3 or 4 people, and
Yeah.
we are limited to them. If I talk about our kids, they get more exposure to people. They learn some or the other thing from every person in the family, like from their grandparents. They love many values, principles, and habits. They pamper them a lot so that
Hmm.
they create that bonding with them. And
Yeah.
kids don't like to, gel up with their parents only all the time. Even
Yeah.
parents get irritated sometime, right? So it's good.
Yeah.
Like it's a kind of, I could say that every family member is helping them grow.
Hmm.
Like they're helping from their own. Someone is teaching something, another person is teaching something to them. So they're getting a lot of exposure in the family itself, right? So
Don't you think
that's
that
the benefit.
and you have mentioned lots of things about joint family that we get lots of time from our people, and sometimes parents
Hmm.
also get irritated of that kid because we
Hmm.
can't handle that kid. They are so mysterious. Even I have
Hmm.
nephew, and he always irritate me lots. Even during session, he deliberately come and sit and say hi to my learners. He is
Hmm.
13 months.
13 months old.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Then we cannot
So
help. He'll not
yeah.
understand anyway.
Yeah. So,
Uh-huh.
ma'am, you have mentioned beautiful things about family as well, that you are actually living in a joint family and emotional support. We get emotional support, and I like that's
Hmm.
what I like about joint family. Even you are in
Hmm.
any trouble, so they are always with you to help
Right,
you.
right. Complete support system you'll get in family itself. You need not to, search for someone outsider, but everything you'll get in your family itself.
Yeah. Ask you one more question about spoken English.
Sure, sure.
Ma'am, how to form sentences? Because I have
Mm-hmm.
seen beginner level learners, they actually do not know how to start English.
Mm-hmm.
And they think that I'm not speaking grammatical English, and even they are making some mistakes, so they do not know, don't have any
Mm-hmm.
idea where I'm making mistakes. So, what is the
Mm-hmm.
right approach to learn language, and how to know that we are making mistake, and how
Mm-hmm.
to practice correctly? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So to know that you're making mistakes somewhere, you will need a guide, I would say. And there is AI tools available out there. If you use
Yeah.
ChatGPT or maybe another AI tool, then you can check your grammar mistake from there. Then there is Grammarly tool where there also you can check your grammatical mistake and improve on your sentence construction. So that is one of the ways. And another way is to find a tutor for yourself, and they'll
Hmm.
correct you every time whenever you'll make mistake. So that repeated correction will help you in learning things better and in a faster manner. And answering to your this question, that how to frame sentences, like they
Yes.
sometimes struggle with sentence formation. So I would say
Hmm.
the easiest method is to take any sentence and notice the sentence pattern they have used there, and try to make as many sentences as you can with the same sentence pattern, right? For example, there is a sentence pattern called consider me, and plus you can form your sentence further, like consider me your friend, right? In the same
Yeah.
way, consider me uh, your mentor, or consider me your parent only, right? So this way you
Hmm.
can frame as many sentences as you can. Take another example, maybe mm, what it could be. Uh, for example, I would have been better. So you're talking
Hmm.
about past that you couldn't do, but if you have gotten any chance, then
Yeah.
you would have been done better. So
Yeah.
I would have been done better. So in the same using same sentence structure, you can make another sentence as well. Like I would have gone there,
Hmm.
right? I would have eaten the meal. So
Hmm.
would have, I've made many sentences. So you can look for sentence pattern and make sentences in the same way. So
Working on model verbs are very difficult. Don't you
mhm.
think that? Because I have seen.
But in my opinion, model verbs are quite easy. It's just that the concept is very rigid. If you'll, read about that grammar concept of model verbs, then you're talking about would should, right?
Yeah, who should may might.
Modals.
Yes, yes.
Modals, right? So the grammar concept is very rigid, that here you have to use may and there, might, and all that. But don't restrict yourself to that grammar concept, because it is quite flexible to use. When you'll see in the real world, the real approach of using this modals, then you'll find that. If we'll restrict ourselves to those grammar concept, we'll not be able to speak, will not be able to incorporate all that in speaking. It would be difficult because every time you have to, consciously think about that, am I using it correct, or where should I use would and should I use could, all that. So don't just think about that, start practicing it. Many a times interchangeably we can use would could at the same place, like I've
Yeah.
just used. I've used could also, would also, and both are correct. For permissions, you can also say that could I take this pen, and you can also say may I take this pen, you can also say can I take this pen. So everything is
Yeah.
correct.
Whenever we ask from anyone that I want help, so
Mm-hmm.
instead that we can say that could you help me please?
So could is polite, but then may is also polite. And if you'll say can, that is also correct. So nothing is wrong. So we need not to be very conscious about, making mistakes. Everything is correct. It's just that there is always a better way to say any sentence. So you can gradually improve on that whenever you feel like, right? But nothing is
Ma'am,
wrong. It's a language, and
uh,
making mistakes is quite natural. Right. If you know the concept, you'll feel confident that I've used the right concept. But don't restrict yourself to that concept only, right? But in reality, people use these modals here and there interchangeably, and all of them are correct. So we should not restrict ourselves to the concepts. Reality
yeah.
is like whatever sentences you make, whatever, howsoever you are expressing yourself, it's just that you should make sense. You should not use past tense and present in future. You should just make sense. And listener should be
Hmm.
able to follow you. This is what only matters.
Reading. So I want to know that how do you learn vocabulary by reading?
If I would say how I learn my vocabulary, so I deliberately sit for learning vocabularies, right? If I'm in a mood of learning vocabulary today, some new vocabularies, I'll ask ChatGPT to provide me some functional vocabularies, like practical vocabularies that I can use in my everyday life. Okay, so ChatGPT provides me with that. And if I don't like, then I again prompt ChatGPT to provide me some other vocabularies. And then I work towards it. I look for synonyms, I look for antonyms, and I go in go deep into it. I understand it completely, right? For example,
Wow.
recently I learned this spellbound. So I
Hmm.
researched about it completely. What is spellbound? Actually, I got this word. I came across this word through a movie. There was a movie title called Spellbound, and there I got very attracted towards it. I liked the word, and I tried to search its meaning, and then I got to know that spellbound means something when you are very amazed. Looking at something and you just couldn't look here and there. You are totally focused on that. Then we call it spellbound. So I searched about it. I searched for its synonyms, antonyms, and then I made a video around it. So this is how it got registered in my mind.
Wow, it is amazing strategy to
Mhm.
learn new vocabulary and use into in our conversation. And you told me that you make videos as well. So
Mhm.
definitely we need to research, we need to practice, and we need to record it. Then only we think that we are not only one who is learning this vocabulary. The other people
Mhm.
are watching, and we should tell them as well. So it excites us a lot, and we get chance to learn new things. It is amazing
Right,
idea.
absolutely.
Different resources we can use it. It is not that we are living in a 1905 or something like that and we
Mhm.
don't have any resources, so we can use social media as well to improve our communication, right?
Right. There are many ways through which you can improve your communication. You just have to expose yourself to English content, like from
Yeah.
anywhere. Even while working in kitchen, you see labels on containers. Read that out. Whatever you are coming across, like in English, just read that out. So you're
Ma'am,
exposing
you are so
yourself.
confident person. Where does confidence come? What is secret of the confidence?
Confidence comes from knowledge. When you gain knowledge about things, when you expose, you gain knowledge, right? And from that knowledge, you'll gain confidence. So that's my mantra
Yeah,
of
for
confidence.
that we actually need lots of knowledge and we need to read lots of books. I am also not a good reader, but I have
Hmm.
started reading. I am reading The Law of Human Nature. I have
Hmm.
started reading The Law of Human Nature, and it is amazing. It is quite difficult because it is a advanced level.
Hmm.
And I have completed some books like Sudha Murthy Ma'am book, Wise and Otherwise short story books, and Who Will Cry When You Die, written by Robin Sharma. And I
Mm-hmm.
have also read the Law of Attraction. It I find it very difficult to read. So I
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I think Robin Sharma has quite a simplified English language, simple language, right? And very good vocabularies because I also have one of his books called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
The monk who sold his Ferrari means what is
Mm-hmm.
this? I was always surprised.
Hmm.
In that like who will cry when you die? So he has mentioned the title.
Right. So that the title is in itself very interesting, and people feel curious about knowing what's inside that book. So I also try to read that book every day, like one page. But yes, I find it difficult to sit for reading.
Yeah. So, ma'am, thank you so much for joining this session. And you are so kind. I love the your smile, and your intonation is amazing, and your voice is melodious. I just want to listen to you more and more.
When you want to improve, then you have to do. And sometimes, boring things are always nice for us, always fruitful for us.
Yeah. In recently, I had read
Mm-hmm.
one book, and Atomic
Mm-hmm.
Habit, and it says that we always get bored of something, but
Hmm.
become if you get used with it, you used to with it, and you
Mm-hmm.
continue doing the same thing, then definitely will achieve something great in your life.
Right, right. That's so true.
Yeah. So thank you so much,
Mhm.
ma'am, for joining this session, and have a great day.
Same to you. Have a great day ahead. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.